Good morning. Is it afternoon? Yeah, good afternoon. Hi. Can somebody tell me, are you guys able to get my voice? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you're able to get me, or if you're able to see what is here. So we're just trying to do a little bit of some predictions. This is important to the people who are preparing for the exams. So if you're preparing for exams, please note that this is important for you. This is important for you. Okay. Good morning, or good afternoon. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We do a little bit of some prediction. So tell me if you're able to get my voice loud and clear. Is my voice loud and clear? All right, we do a little bit of some predictions. I know this is what you've been waiting for. Good afternoon. Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. And an opportunity has come today. Yes. All right, so I'll start with what I'm predicting in 2024. Let me start with paper one. I'll start with a travel graph. Okay, so let's do a travel graph. Where are you? So I have a feeling that 2022 travel graph may come. Okay, 2022 travel graph. I'm just predicting. So let's go through travel graph 2022. If you've got a question paper for 2022, let me just draw it here. So this is how it looks. Okay, it looks like this. Hopefully you see what I'll write here. And here it goes like this, like that. Okay, I guess you're able to see what I'm writing here. Are you guys able to see? So we've got a 2 here, a 10 here, a 15 right over here, a 0. Okay, so I'm not saying these are actual question papers, exam questions that will come in an exam. I'm just predicting that this may come. So just go through and make sure you understand fully. Okay, so that's the question. I mean, that's a diagram. So let me just read the question for you. The diagram below is the speed time graph of an object. The object starts from rest, so rest from here, and accelerates uniformly for 2 seconds until it reaches a speed of 10 meters per second. It then travels at this speed for 8 seconds and finally decelerates to rest after 5 seconds. So that's the question. I mean, that's a statement. Now the question here, they're saying find retardation over an object in the last 5 seconds. So we're finding a retardation. So try to find the retardation. What are you getting? Let me see the answer that you're getting in the comment section below. Calculate retardation. Oh, this is mathematics actually. I know some people are saying we're just predicting for mathematics. So retardation, find retardation. So for you to find the retardation, the moment you see retardation, this is the opposite of acceleration. So the opposite of acceleration is called retardation. So here, when you see from here all the way up to here, it's acceleration. While from here up to down all the way to 15 there, it's deceleration. Okay, I guess you're able to see that is deceleration. So now to calculate deceleration, you're going to just say acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. I know you know this formula, the formula for finding acceleration. That's a formula we're going to use. Okay. So now, since it's a retardation, since this is a retardation, we are not going to say acceleration. Here we'll put a negative to show that it's the opposite of acceleration. So the moment you put negative on the formula, this changes to retardation. So we're going to say this is our final velocity. Our initial velocity now will be here, u, and our final velocity will be here, v. So let me say something. When you're accelerating, your initial velocity is here, your final velocity is right here. And when finding acceleration, you use the same formula without a negative sign. So our v will be here, it's 10. And our u will be where it started from, it will be 0. The time will be the difference from between 0 and 2. That will be the time. But now here, we are finding retardation. Things will change. Our final velocity will be right over here, where it's starting here. So meaning it will be negative a is equal to our initial velocity is a 10 here. It's a 10. It will be equal to 10. And our final velocity will be a 0 here. So it will be opposite. So it will be 0 minus a 10 over the time difference here. What is the time difference between 10 and 15? So the time difference here will just be a 5. So we're going to write a 5 down here. Okay? So here it will be negative a is equal to negative 10 over a 5. So when you work out things here, 5 into 5 it's 1, into negative 10 it's a negative 2. You shall have a negative 2. So it will be negative a is equal to a negative 2 divided by a negative So the deceleration, so here you can even say retardation is equal to 2. So retardation is equal to 2 meters per second. If you write acceleration, if you use a, look at this. If you use a, you're going to say it's negative 2 meters per second. If you say acceleration here, it will be negative 2 meters per second. But if you say retardation or deceleration, you don't put a negative here. You just write a positive and meters per second squared to show that this is acceleration or deceleration. Are we okay here? Any question? Now let me check the comments. Any question for retardation? That's one of the predicted questions. So it's retardation. How to find retardation? So do you have a question here, or should we move on to the next question? Any question? I'm confused about retardation. Okay. Who else will do something for you? We'll do something simple for you so that you understand. Who else? Where exactly are we not okay? Where exactly are we not okay? Where? Or ask a question. Where are we not okay? Or ask a question. Okay. Are we okay? Should we go to the next question? I didn't understand, sir, on retardation. I'm late. Okay. I'm lost too. How? Okay. Let me how it's negative. Okay. So let me I'm not going to do this question. Let me just give you an idea for those people who are saying they are not clear. So let me show you something. When you've got a diagram like this, you've got this the way it is. Okay. So you have to know that when you're going up like this, you are accelerating. This is acceleration. Going up from here, whenever it's going up like this, can you see the way it's going? It's acceleration. But if it's dropping like this side, it's a deceleration. Okay? So now these two things, acceleration and deceleration, are opposite of each other. If you say acceleration, so if I have my acceleration here, maybe my acceleration is a 3, okay? to show, if I want to show deceleration of this, the deceleration of this will be opposite. It will be, acceleration will be equal to -3. I don't know if it makes sense to you. So acceleration, the opposite of acceleration is deceleration, okay? So now here, they gave us, let me show you two things. They gave us a 0 here, and there was a 2 here. There was a 10 and a 15 here. I want you to follow. Okay. Okay, let me see this. Okay, so here there was a 10. Yeah, there was a 10. So if they ask you, look at the way the diagram looks. If they ask you to find acceleration, I'm just giving you an example. You're going to say acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity over time. This is the formula we use, of course. So acceleration will happen this side. It will be this side. So here, where it's starting from, here you see, you check what number is here. It's a 0. That's our u, initial velocity. So initial velocity is a 0. Our v, which is the final velocity, when you follow where it's going, where it's making a corner here, you check the number which is here. It's a 10. That's our final velocity. And then for t, it will be the difference from 0 to where it ended here. It will be 2 seconds. So now just get this data, plug it in your formula. So it will be 10 minus a 0 over a 2. I'm just getting the information we have here and plug in the formula. This is what you get. So the acceleration here, we've got 10 over a 2. Therefore, acceleration will be 5 meters per second squared. That's the acceleration when you divide these 2 into 10. Now, if they say calculate deceleration, check the difference. If they say calculate deceleration, for deceleration, things will change. You're going to use the same formula, but the initial velocity will be here, final velocity here. Remember, for acceleration, initial will be here. Look at this. Imagine you're starting from here. This is your starting point, initial. You go all the way up to here. This is your final. You've reached here. Now, if we say you want to go down, where do you start from? You start from here, going down up to here. That's the final. You see? Start, stop here. So our initial velocity will be here, and our final velocity will be here. So if you pick it like that, your formula must have a negative sign that to show that you are going down. It's the opposite direction. You are going down. So we shall say negative a is equal to my initial velocity here is a 10, of course. My final velocity here, if you check here, you look at the y-axis. The number here, it will be a 0. So this will be a 0. And my time between here and here, my t will be equal to 5. You just say 15 minus a 10. Okay. So we're going to say my final velocity is a 0 minus 10 over a 5. So when you do the calculations here, you're simply going to have a negative 10 over a 5. And then you plug in. You divide. This will give us a 1. Here it will give us a negative 2. So of negative a is equal to negative 2. So you see the way it is. Divide by negative by negative. So the way it is here, I've found acceleration. This is acceleration. So now to show that it's an opposite thing, the answer here should have a negative sign. Or if you want, you can go with the same formula. Don't put a negative here. It will come and give you a negative answer. So that answer, to show that it's a deceleration, you put a negative. It must always remain with a negative sign. Unless if you say retardation. If you say retardation, you can write a positive answer because they know that retardation is the opposite or deceleration. But the moment you use A, let your answer remain with a negative answer. I don't know if it's okay now. It's okay. Oh, thank you so much. I can see people are saying they get it now. So the next thing that we need to know here is distance. The next thing that we need to know here, it's a distance. So the distance, they are saying calculate distance, okay? Distance in the first 10 seconds. So distance in the first 10 seconds. Distance in the first 10 seconds. So how do we get to find that distance? So to find distance in the first 10 seconds, we are going to check the shape which is being formed. This is time. 10 seconds is here. So what do we have here? We have a trapezium. Can you see this trapezium? This is a trapezium. So we are going to use this formula. The moment you see distance is a trapezium, this is a formula we go with. This is the formula we're going to use to find the distance. So we shall say distance is equal to 1 over 2 a plus b and h here. Okay? This is a formula of finding area of the trapezium. Okay? I guess you can see that. So we're going to say the distance or the length from here to where 10 is here. From here to here where 10 is. It's what? It's 10. While from here to here, it's what? It's 8. I guess you're able to see. So this is 10 from here all the way up to here. It's 10. Here to here, it's 8. Are you okay the way I found these two numbers, 10 and 8? Are you okay? Are you okay? Quickly, are you okay? Are you comfortable with the way we found 10 and 8? Okay. No. Okay, so for 10, it's from 0 all the way up to 10. For this other one, you just say it's starting at 2 and it's ending at 10. So just say 10 minus 2, it will give us what? It will give us 8. Meaning, this is your A and this is your B. For H, we just go or we just find the height from here to here. What's the height from here to here? It's 10. You look at the number which is here, it's a 10. So this is our H. A, B, and H. Okay? So we plug them in our formula. We've got 1 over 2. A is 8 plus a 10 plus H there, it's a 10. So here we shall say 2 into 2, 1. Into 10, it's a 5. We add, we are getting 18 times 5. So what is 18 times 5? Remember, this is paper 1. You're not supposed to use a calculator. This is simply giving us a 90 meters. It's giving us a 90 meters. Okay. So that's how we get to find that distance. Is it okay? Are we okay now? Are we okay? Is everything okay with you now? Should you go to the next question? All right, so we go to the next question. So please keep on following. This will help you pass your exam. Keep on following. So the next question is like this: given that y is equal to 2x power 2 minus 4x plus a 3. Find dy dx. Find dy dx. So what is our dy dx? What is our dy dx? What is our dy dx? Dy dx. All right, so this is calculus, and to find the dy dx, you are simply going to say dy dx is equal to 4x 2 minus 1 minus 4x 1 minus 1. And then next you simplify, you shall have 4x minus a 4. This is our answer. So ask me if you're not clear. I explain fully for you. Ask me on this one. Are you okay with what is happening here? Are you okay? So try to think outside the box. What have I just done here? What have I done here? What have I just done? Please explain. Please explain. Okay. Explain a bit. Okay. So with calculus, when they say find dy dx or derivative dy dx, what you normally do is to just get this right as dy dx. Now this side, you get this power, the power which is here multiplied by the number which is in front. So it will be 2 times 4, it will give us a 4. And then you write x to the power, this power 2, you say minus 1. And this is what we've done. So we said 2 times 2, it's a 4. And then we wrote x, we subtracted 1 from the power. And this is what we have. The next one, there is a 1 here. Power 1, we know that there's a power 1. So this power 1 times negative 4, it's negative 4. We write x. From the power here, 1, you subtract a 1. So it will be 1 minus 1. The rule of derivative or dy dx is to subtract, first multiplied by the number that is in front, which is the coefficient, and then subtract a 1. That's the rule of dy dx. So when you do this, you now simplify. You are going to write a 4x. So 2 minus 1 will give us a 1 as a power 1. And then 1 minus 1 here, it will be x power 0. It will be power 0. So now, where is this x power 0 going to? You're going to say 4x minus a 4. And we know that laws of indices, x to the power 0 will just give us a 1. Okay? X power 0, it's a 1. So you shall have 4x minus a 4. So 4x minus a 4. That's the thing. That's it. Okay? So that's how we got to find that. I'm not clear. Please repeat. Is it okay now? Since I'm done there, is it okay? Where is 3? Okay, so one more thing I forgot to mention this. For a constant, you can see when finding the derivative of any constant, it's what? It's a 0. So you see we've got a 3. Let me just show you on 3. So you pretend that this 3 has got a power 0, because we know that anything to the power 0 will give us a 1, meaning we'll just remain with this, with a 3, isn't it? So this power 0, when multiplied by 3, to give us a 0. So meaning all this thing will just be a 0. Okay, that's why we say derivative of a constant, a number without a letter, will just give us a 0. What is the dy dx of a 4? It will just be a 0. Of any number which has got no letter, it will just be a 0. So the moment you see that this number has got no letter, just leave it. Don't do anything to it. That's all. This is what I can tell you. How did you find this one? Are we okay? Confirm. We go. I've got so many questions that I need to do with you before I get tired. So the faster you confirm, the better, and the more time we have to do a couple of questions. So are we okay on this one? Hurry up before we go to the next question. Are we okay? Is everybody okay? I hope you're picking these topics. I hope you're picking them. Are we okay? Okay, thank you so much. People are saying they are okay. So the next simple question that we are going to do, of course, here is a parabola. A parabola do not miss in an exam. A parabola do not miss. And these questions I'm doing with you, they don't really miss in an exam. They don't miss. So whichever exam that you're going to write, you meet up topics like these. So you've got, I guess you see something like this in an exam and you've been wondering how to answer questions that do have things like this. Okay, this is a parabola. They give you that parabola and they say this parabola is represented by y is equal to x power 2 minus 2x minus 8. So that's it. And this is x-axis, y-axis. Okay, so that's a parabola we have right here. That's a parabola we have right here. It's a parabola we have right here. So now for the first question, they are saying, find the coordinates of A and B. So here it's A, here it's a B. So how do we get to find the coordinates of A and B? How do we get to find the coordinates of A and B? So without wasting our time, to find the coordinates of A and B, you see A is here, there's a 0 here. So to find the coordinates here and here, to find, Ruth, you're saying clear now, but you are too fast. Oh, this is how I speak. If I start speaking slowly, I'll start dozing and I'll get tired. So this is how I am. So if you're saying it's clear, you've understood, it's fine. Just keep on following. You understand. You get used. This is how I speak. You get used. Just keep on following me. Okay? I don't even know that I'm speaking fast. This is how I speak. If you've been following my videos, you find that this is how I am. So just learn to understand me. If I speak slow, I will start dozing right here. That's how I am. And I'll feel bored. All right, so this is a question. So for us to find the coordinates here at A and at B, we are simply going to solve this. You just get the quadratic equation and solve it. So that's why it's important that you get to know how to solve the quadratic equation. So just get the quadratic equation and solve. So solving this quadratic equation, we're going to find two numbers. When we multiply them, they give us a -4. And when we add them, they give us a -2. These two numbers are -4 and a 2. Because if I say -4 times 2, I'm getting a -8. -4 plus 2, I'm getting a -2. So now these two numbers, you write them in place of what? In place of the number which is right here. So it will be -4x plus a 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. I guess you've seen. So I've gotten these two numbers, which when I multiply them, they give me -8. And when I add them, they give me what? -2. I've now substituted them where -2x is. So this is what we are getting. Once you do that, you group them or you factorize by grouping. So these two, what is it that is common? X, right? At x outside the brackets. So x into x power 2, it's x. X into -4x, it's -4. We come to this one. There is a 2 which is common. 2 into 2x, it's giving me 2 into 2x, it's giving me x. 2 into -4, it's giving me, -8, it's giving me -4, which is equal to a 0. Okay? So once you do this, of course, you're going to now get what is in front of the bracket. You're going to get x here and a 2 here. Put them together. This and this, put them together. These two are common. Just get one of them. You write it. And you say equal to 0. Thereafter, you say x plus a 2 is equal to 0, or x minus 4 is equal to a 0. Solving for x, we're getting a -2 here because these two come this side. It will be -2. Even the 4 here will give us, -4 will give us a +4. And these are the two solutions or answers of x when solving this equation. So we are going to say, which one can be found here at B? This is the positive side. So meaning the bigger number must be where B is, and that is a 4, 0, while this other one will be here, it's a negative 2, comma 0. So those are the coordinates. I'm not going to erase this work. I want you to ask, be specific. We've got step 1. Step 1. Okay? Step 2. Step 3. Step 4. And step 5. So ask, be specific. Where are you not clear? I'm checking. Where are you not clear so that I explain for you? At which step? Hurry up, at which step? At which step are you not clear? We are okay, right? Kindly repeat step 2. Okay. Okay, let me explain a bit. I know quite a number of people have been facing difficulties on how to solve. I guess you know that the moment you find these x values, just come and pick the biggest, you put it to the right hand side, the smallest to the left hand side, and then you say comma 0, comma 0. That means you found the point. So let me just help out those people who face difficulties in terms of solving the quadratic equation, because you can't answer this question if you don't know how to solve the quadratic equation. So the quadratic equation we had was like this. Okay. And remember, this is paper 1. You're not allowed to use a calculator. So how to write how to find the two numbers. We call them as factors. Those two numbers, when you multiply them, they give you negative 8, and when you add them, they give you negative 2. This is what I normally do myself. This is what I normally do, and I think it can work for you. You go to the number which doesn't have a letter, and that is negative 8. So this negative 8, you find the numbers which are divisible, or numbers which can go into negative 8 without leaving any remainder. So we've got a 1, of course, a 2, a 4, and 8 itself. These 4 numbers are able to go into 8 without leaving any remainder. Again, even the negative of these, or negatives of these numbers, they are also able to go into this number. So once you get those numbers, now start working with them. Can this and this work? No. This and this? No. This and this? No. These two? No. You say, okay, when you pick 2 numbers out of this set, you multiply them and see if it will give you, they'll give you negative 8. And when you add them, you see if they'll give you negative what? Negative 2. So if I pick 8 and 1, negative 1, if I multiply negative 1 times 8, it's giving me negative 8. What if I add negative 1 plus 8? Is it giving me negative 2? No. So these 2, no. What about these 2? Also no, because they won't give me negative 8. What about this and this? No, it can't work, because if I multiply, I'll get a 16. This and this, it can't work. These 2, if I multiply them, am I going to get negative 8? No. So meaning, it's supposed to be this and this, or this and this. If I try these 2, multiply them, they are giving me negative 8. What if I add them? Are they giving me this? No. So these 2, no. So therefore, I'll pick these 2. So meaning it's a 2 and negative 4. So these are the 2 numbers that I need to work with to give me what I want. So when I pick these 2 numbers, I'm going to write them in whichever order. I'll write, if I want, I can start with this. So I'll say plus a 2, because this is a positive number. So plus a 2. So these 2, I'll put x. So it will be 2x. And then I say minus a 4, because this is the negative number. I'll say minus 4x. After doing that, I'll come now and copy what is here. That is negative 8 is equal to 0. So for the first term, you maintain it, and the last term you maintain. But the middle term here, that's where you substitute these 2 factors. And when you substitute them, you're going to say, what is common here? and here. You group them in pairs, these two and these two. So you look at these two terms. What is it that is found here and here? It's x. So x into x power 2. It will be x, meaning there are two x's here. One x is outside. You remain with an x. Again, the same. X into 2x. This x will be outside the brackets. Will remain with a 2 here. You see the way it looks? So now from here, we're done with this. We come to these two. What is it that is common? That is found here and here. It's a negative 4. Because negative 4 into negative 4x, it will just give us x. Negative 4 into negative 8. Negative and negative will be a positive. 4 into 8, it will give us a 2, which is equal to 0. And here, you must make sure that you get the same terms inside. The same terms, same terms. If what is here and here different, it means what you're doing is wrong. And when you do that, you now come and get what is in front of the bracket here and what is also in front of the brackets here. You put them together like this. This and this, put them together. And then you come to what is here. Just get one of them. And this is how it will look. So when you reach this point, you're going to say x minus 4 is equal to 0, or x plus a 2 is also equal to 0. Get what is inside the brackets. This equal to 0, this equal to 0, and this is what we have. So from this stage, we shall just group the like terms. X will be equal to a 4. Here, x will be equal to a negative 2. So when this negative 4 crosses the equal sign, it will be positive 4. Even here, negative positive 2, it will be a negative 2. Therefore, we can say coordinates at point B are 4, 0. This other one at A, it will be negative 2, 0. So these are the coordinates. I saw a comment, somebody asking me that where is the 0 coming from? This 0 is coming from as a result of it being x-intercept. We are finding the point at x. The y-axis here will be a 0. Even here, the y-axis will be also a 0. Just like that. That's why we're saying, look, when finding the coordinates, here it's at 0. Y-axis at 0. So it will be x-axis, comma, the y-axis, which is a 0. So x-axis is 4, comma, the y-axis, which is a 0. Like that. So in other ways, just know that where the graph is crossing the x-axis, the y will always be a 0. Even here, where it's crossing the y the x-axis, the y-axis will always be a 0. That's all. Are we okay? Oh, thank you so much. People are saying loud and clear. Thank you, Zikomo Kwambili. All right, so the next thing that they'll ask you about this topic, they'll ask you either to find the turning point or to find the minimum point on the graph. So the minimum point. So let's find the minimum point or the x value. I mean the turning point. So I'll show you. So the process of finding the minimum value or the turning point is just the same. So I'll ask you, there are actually two formulas you need to remember, but I'll just give you a very simple formula to remember. When you hear the word turning point, think of this formula. You see the formula I've given you? Think of this formula to finding the turning point. So the graph, the way it is, it's like this. This is a graph. So if they say find the turning point, they want you to find the coordinates here where the graph is turning. You find the x and the y value at the turning point. But in this case, they are saying, or they have said, we find the minimum value of the graph. So for the minimum value, we will only be interested on finding the what? The y-axis, the y value. So in order for us to find the y value, we're going to use this formula. It's okay. There is another formula which we can use, but we'll use this formula. Are we okay on the formula? Let me wait for you to confirm if you're okay on the formula. Are you okay on the formula? Are you okay on the formula? Are we okay on the formula? You guys are not sharing the video. You guys hear a lot. Share the video and also like. Share the video you like. So if you've got some WhatsApp groups, you can copy the link and post it in that WhatsApp group. We need to have more people watching. Quickly, guys. I need more people watching this. Have you shared it? Quickly, do me a favor, share, copy, like, because the number is too small, the number, and like. Like, don't forget to like. Are you doing that? Quickly like and share, guys. Okay. So if you're if you're okay, so once you get this formula, you're of course going to say this is your A, this is your B, and this is your C. So on our formula here, we only need A and B. So we're going to say negative, what is our A? It's a -2 over a 2, what is our A? It's a 1, like that. So to solve this and this will give us a positive, so it will be 2 over 2, which is equal to a 1. So we have found the x value at the turning point, the x value. Now what about the y value? For the y value, we are going to say y is equal to what they've given us. This is what they gave us. Okay, remember this quadratic equation, there was y. Okay, they gave us that this curve is being represented by this this equation. So now we say y is equal to, where there is x, we substitute a 1. So it will be 1 power 2 minus 2, 1 minus 8. So y is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 8. There we go, we have 1 minus 10, meaning the y value will simply be equal to a -9. So here it's comma -9. So if they said find the turning point, the whole process that we've done is what you need to know how to do, and you write the coordinates, both of them. But if they say find the minimum value of the graph, so for the minimum value, you are just going to say y is equal to a -9 is the minimum value. So the minimum value is a -9. The y-axis will always be the minimum when the graph is opening upwards or downwards. That's it. Are we okay? Is everything okay now? Are we okay? Are we okay? Can I see your comment? Are we okay, guys? I'm waiting for you to give me a comment. I want to see if you've understood this. Are we okay? So if they ask you about the maximum, somebody is saying maximum. They are asking us the minimum because this graph is opening upwards. But if it's like this, look at this. If it's like this, they'll ask you for the maximum. Max, it's here. It will be here. You come and get the y value here for the maximum. And in most cases, they ask about the minimum value. So that's it. We go to the next question. So the next question is under linear programming. Hopefully you guys are learning 1 or 2 things out of this. So make sure you follow, and if at all you want to join our online classes, this is your opportunity. Let me give you a challenge. Let me give you a challenge if you want to join our online classes. So I've got this question for you. So get your paper quickly. I'll just pick one person for this question. I'll just pick one person because the question is very simple. The question is very simple. So you've got 4a power 2 minus 8a is equal to 0. Find the value of x. Find a, the value of a. So find a. I'm waiting for you. What is the value of a? What is the value of a? So only one person. So I'm giving you an opportunity to try and answer that one. We add you to our online classes for free. So let's go. What answer are you getting? I'm waiting for you. What answer are you getting? What answer are you getting? What answer are you getting? A is equal to what? I'm giving you this challenge, so I'm taking note of the name of that person who is going to answer first. A is equal to 2, and there are two answers. Remember, there are two answers. If you just give me one, I'm not going to pick you. A is equal to 2. This is Ngande Theophilus. Guys, nice to meet you. Yeah, good. A is equal to -3. There are two answers. Remember, solve this one. You get an opportunity to be added to our online classes for free without paying anything. There are two answers. A is equal to -2. A is equal to -2. No. A is equal to 2. Who is this one? Let me see this one. Okay. So we've got one person. So this person has gotten it. The name of this person is Kangenya. So Kangenya, where are you from? Where are you from? Put it in the comment section. You've gotten this question right. And where are you from? Chimsola, you are late. It has already been gotten. So the answer for the value of A is equal to 2 or 0. 2 or 0. Okay. So just confirm with me, Kangenya, or give me a call after this live broadcast. You call me on this number. I'm going to add you to the online classes. 0969 17 57 01. Give me a call, or 0974 63 20 97. These are the two numbers you can call, or WhatsApp will be able to respond back to you. So Kangenya, yeah, you've been given an opportunity. So now listen, check out the way this question was solved. So this question here, whoever got it right, what they did was they checked what was common here. What is it that is found here and here? It's a 4 and also A. So write it outside the brackets. 4 into 4, it's a 1. A into A power 2, it's actually a. 4 into -8, it's a -2. A into A, it's 1. So this is how it came about. And then you say 4A is equal to 0, or A minus 2 is also equal to 0. Remember, quadratic equation. We get this equal to 0, also this equal to a 0. And by the way, you must know that the highest power is what gives you the number of solutions that you're supposed to get. So since you've got a power 2 here, we're supposed to get 2 answers. So this you divide by 4 both sides. The value of A will be equal to a 0. Okay? So that's a 0. For this one, this -2 come this side, so it will be A is equal to a 2, +2. That's how those 2 answers were found. That's how the 2 answers were found. Is it okay? Is it clear here? Is it okay? Is it okay? So even you guys who are watching, if you're not yet added to our online classes, you can take advantage of that. It's a home of passing. If you want to pass your exams, join JS Learning Academy online classes. You will be helped. We offer online tuitions in different subjects. We've got RE, civic education, commerce, we've got mathematics, biology, science, English, and many, many more subjects. We also have grade 9. We also have grade 9 classes. So you can just get in touch with us on the numbers I gave out. All right, so let's do another question. Let's do a prediction on functions. So we do prediction on functions. These are common things. So remember, there is another challenge question after this. So be there. Don't go away. Be there. So for functions, what we're going to do is this one. So given that f of x is equal to 3x plus a 1, and g of x is equal to 4x minus a 1. Okay? Find, so we start with a. Find a f inverse over x. So we're finding f inverse of x. Find f inverse over x. So to find the f inverse of x here, we're simply going to say f, or get the function which has got f. So f of x is equal to 3x plus a 1. And we write y, where f of x is. The other side, we copy everything the way it looks. I guess you're able to see. The next thing here is to write y, or make x subject of the formula. So it will be like this. This one will come this side, it will be negative 1 equal to 3x. Then we divide by 3 by 3 so that we make x subject of the formula. If you have heard about this, x subject of the formula, we shall have y minus 3 over, y minus 1 over a 3. So this is our answer. So we shall say f inverse of x is equal to x minus 1 over a 3. This is our answer. So you change. Where there is y here, you write x. Where there is x here, you write f inverse over x, what they have asked you. And where there is y, you write x. These other values, copy them the way they are. So you can ask where not clear. Is it okay here? Is it okay? All right, so I'll be going soon. So time and time I'll be coming like this to help you. When I get to a free time, I help you in 1 or 2 things. But I will be going now. Since my power is gone, I'm remaining with few power in my phone, or the percentage has reduced. I'm at 3% on my phone. I've not charged my phone. So let me just give you a challenge question. Let me give you a challenge question. So be the first one to solve this. It's an equation also. Be the first one to solve it. You get added to our online classes for free without paying anything. Without paying anything. And yeah, just like that. So this question is like this. 2x power 3 is equal to a 16. So find x. Find x. So anybody who gets this question right gets added to our online classes for free without paying anything. So who is that one solving it? I'm checking the comments. I'm checking the comments. Who is that one? Who is that one? Who is that one? Who is getting right? I'm checking your comments. I'm checking the comments. Yes, we've got English as a subject. I'm checking the comments. Okay, I can see Luby. The answer is Luby, Lubasi. Lubasi. Is it Luby or Lubai? Lubas. Lubasi. You've been given a chance, so call me after this live broadcast. You are almost done. Thank you so much. The answer is 2. So here you say over 2 over 2. X is equal to x to the power 3 is equal to 16. And then to get rid of this power 2, you just multiply by the reciprocal of this. This same, you multiply it by the fraction. Okay, so what you do, this must be done the other side. Actually, here it's supposed to be 8. 8 power 3. So these two cancel, remain with x is equal to cube root over 8. What's the cube root of 8? The cube root of 8 will simply be equal to a 2. So the answer is 2. So normally, what you need to know, like I earlier said, that the power 3 is what determines how many answers you must find. But if you are doing secondary, GCE, or just internal mathematics, just find one solution. When you've been given an equation like this, just find one solution, which is a 2. Because other two solutions are complex one. They are complex one. Okay, that's it. All right, thank you so much for watching. I think this is where I have to end with you. And please, if you want to join our online classes, use this number 0969175701 or 0974632097. All right, and right now, let me give a chance to about 10 people. So 10 people, I'm giving you a chance. Check the numbers, these two numbers. If you want to join our online classes, just for 10 people, 10 people. So be among the first 10 people. Or let me just set the time. This is 13:19. So up to 18 hours, we close. Up to 18 hours, we close. So you can join our online classes up to 18 hours on promotion basis. Keep the time up to 18 hours. So instead of paying the normal charge, remember the normal charge for online classes is a 200 kwacha. We are definitely going to give you an opportunity to pay half of this. So just pay 100 kwacha and get added. This is specifically for those people who've never experienced our teaching. If you've never experienced how JS teachers do teach, this is your opportunity, and we've given you a chance to only pay 100 kwacha. And when you pay that 100 kwacha, you'll be added to the online classes. You learn for a month. So remember, we offer online classes in mathematics, English, biology, civic education, commerce, science, RE, and many more subjects. So just get in touch with us on any of these two numbers. You can either WhatsApp or call. The normal charge for optional subjects is 150 kwacha. And then compulsory subjects, it's a 200 kwacha per subject monthly. But we are giving you an opportunity to only pay a 100 kwacha and get added to the classes. You start learning. We teach through WhatsApp. We also have classes for grade 9s. So get in touch with us on any of these numbers. We will guide you. Keep this in your mind that the promotion is ending at 18 hours. You can just deposit to any of the numbers and share the screenshot of your payment. The names that will come will be Jacob Sichamba. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.